I mean, this is Revoki versus GoSu, right?
Yeah, it is. You know, it really is.
We have to be more competitive about this. You know.
I know. I'm trying to be really fair because this, you know, because I was invited.
No, GoSu's so much better than us. It would be not close.
You know, I tell you what, I love watching a lot of the Revoki play. I love watching Team Revoki. I mean, way back before we even started Team GoSu, back when they were all for one. You know,
they were all for one. Yep.
Yeah, they, you know, I had a good time, you know, getting into StarCraft 2, watching Team Revoki, and of course, you know, All for One was kind of in the shadows a little bit, and you know, so it's been nice to kind of watch us develop into one of those teams that everyone's like, I hate those guys, you know. I really like that because it's just like, you know, we came out of nowhere.
Actually, I feel like I really liked All for One, especially all the players on there. They've always been like very, very kind and kind of different, you know. I think like players like EG, I kind of feel like they just sell out. You know what I mean? It's kind of, I don't know why, but like all the players from All for One always just laddered. They were always quiet. They weren't like BM. But you know, there are some famous players like Idra, for example, who just loves to do that type of stuff just to get viewers. I don't know. I feel like All for One is really special. Or I guess it's GoSu now, right?
Yeah, GoSu. Yeah, you know, I'll tell you what, because our manager Scott Ball, GoSu Rum, he did a phenomenal job picking up kids and develop talent. He didn't go out there and buy. You know, he didn't do like the Yankee maneuver and go out there and buy talent. You know, we've developed them. You know, we've got, you know, DDE and Vibe, and you know, we've got, you know, Gatorade and Sonky. We've got all these really great.
Yeah, I'm so glad
players.
you guys didn't really cut that. Did you guys cut anyone from 1 when you guys?
No, we picked up every last person. We even picked up the League of Legends.
I respect that so much. You know, I thought some people would get cut, but like it didn't happen. That's really respectable as a team. Yeah, you know, when you're running a pro gaming team, right, you can only have so many people who you can, you know, fund, send to MLG events, whatever. And, you know, there's always other options out there, but you guys kept the team together, and that's something that's, you know, not a lot of teams are willing to do.
Yeah, we were really fearful that people were going to leave because the team switched over to us. But you know, after we met a lot of them and talked to a lot of them, they really like to stay, and that's kind of the attitude that we like to have. Is that, you know, we treat everybody with, you know, a great deal of respect. We have a lot of fun when we go to the events. We, you know, and that's just one of the things that, you know, that we see a lot of other teams, you know, that try to do. But you know, it just seems that we have a nice little clique. Going with the
that's what a team is about, though. You know, a lot of teams just like think about profits these days and think about really how are they going to fund their players. But you know, at the end of the day, it's just StarCraft 2. We're all having fun together. We're all, you know, just being a family in some ways. And that's something that I guess you could say Revoki has really tried to uphold as a team. Because lately we had some trouble, I guess you would say, with our management getting everything together. Because a lot of teammates weren't practicing and stuff. And back in the day, that was our main goal. We just all wanted to practice together. Because we had players who were, I guess you could say, kind of like underrated, like XX Shadow, of course. We had NRG players who are now NRG players. We had some really good players who just weren't that famous, but you know, the idea was they stayed because they really liked the team itself. They didn't really care much about, you know, whether or not they would get sponsored or they would go to events, stuff like that. So,
yeah, and that's great. That's exactly what you want to see.
That's what matters to me as, you know, I guess you could say just kind of team manager position. I mean, I don't really do as much as I used to for the team just because I'm kind of busy in school lately. But you know, having a team out there just makes me feel more comfortable, and it feels like there's someone out there, or there's like another group out there who I can just hang out with whenever I want. You know. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm right there with you. Definitely feel it. So we'll get into the actual game here between Team Revoki versus Team GoSu. Because, you know, you hear all the great, you know, the great stuff here between Chicanery and I, you know, because, you know, he, of course, does Team Revoki, and I help out with Team GoSu, the main website right there. So, you know, it is kind of a little bit of a rivalry, but it's a fun, you know, it's mutual respect based on awesomeness in StarCraft 2 going on right there. But, Xander, what's been going on, buddy, since we've been kind of chit-chatting?
I have been casting through the typing, and it's been so much fun. You guys should continue talking. I'm enjoying this. It's amusing to myself. I'm just grinning and thinking I should be sleeping while I'm casting.
I was waiting to be like, hello, Xander, and you, what? Huh? Yes, exactly. What you said right there with that. So we've seen expansions from both sides of the field right now. We see, you know, that there's going to be a layer coming out right now for DDE. Now, DDE last game expanded a ton, laid out that creep, really got those units moving, really got the control on the field. And, you know, Kizu just, you know, he tried to kind of do the same thing, but unfortunately he just kept being pushed back into his base. And every time he tried to push out, it just seemed that DDE was just, you know, multiplying and multiplying and multiplying. And he just could not keep that food level equal. Even though he was winning a lot of the team battles, he just could not seem to come back economically. You know, and this time Kizu looks like he's going to be doing a little bit better. He did the Forge Fast expand. He went out there. Now he's getting out that Stargate. He's going to lock in that Night Chevron, send out that Void Ray, and that's going to deny the third for DDE. The more he can deny DDE, it's going to be excellent. So what? I'm sorry.
Excuse me, I burped.
Oh, okay. I thought I interrupted you, and I hate doing that. I hate interrupting people.
I've been text casting. I enjoy this.
The text casting.
It's really slow and inefficient, but it's perfect for my brain speed right now.
with the equal parts macroing of the panda, microwing of the cake. Did you eat the cake while Chicanery and I were chit-chatting?
Oh, I had bites of it. It was delicious. It still is
delicious?
delicious. There's quite a bit of it left because I have not had that much time to eat it.
And you didn't, you know, you got to hold up a little spoonful for me so I can at least faux eat it.
No, you don't get that.
I
Actually, you know what?
you
earn. You'll earn it. That'll be your payment for being amazing with plugging and just being awesome at life.
Thank you so much. So we're gonna see that the Stargate's gonna develop right there. Out pops the Phoenix, and more gateways going down right there. The creep starting to spread across the field there for DDE. DDE, you know, I love the fact that he's trolling as Zerg and just decimating in this tournament right here. It's huge. He's getting out the Mutalisk for that. He's expanding to a third. He's getting the upgrades. He is doing more as an off race, and I see a lot of real racers playing. But I like what Kizu's doing here. He's sending out that Phoenix. He's not letting it sit in the base, waiting for everything else to come through. He's sending it out, trying to knock out those overlords, and that's exactly what you want to do at any step of the game. Try to supply block that Zerg opponent, because the less probes, or the less drones, and the less units you can make, the better off you are. Of course, you can say that just about anything, but more importantly, Zerg, because it takes a decent amount of control to try to get to that overlord, as opposed to like pumping out regular units. In my humble opinion, right there. Not playing Zerg, I play Terran. So, you know, for DDE just to kind of do that, it's good. He's got the spore crawlers down now. Smart reaction time for that.
Oh, we need to see some Phoenix micro. Come on. Oh, there we go.
There you go. Good for you.
I got disappointed for a second, but
we gotta just surround.
Yeah, it's getting there.
Is it just me, or do Phoenixes always look like the air hockey pucks when they're just floating around and they just don't quite stop? They kind of drift a little bit, and you can see them knocking around. Has anybody else had that thought, or is it just me?
No, but that's clever, and I like it.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, I just want to make sure I wasn't the only one that was illuminating these kind of things, you know, from a mental standpoint. You know, when you know, my brain kind of works in mysterious and unfashionable ways when I'm looking at some StarCraft units. And we're going to see a Zealot Double Stalker Phoenix push from Kizu.
Infestation.
Interesting.
Oh wait, sorry, I gotta say that in chat.
Chat casting with Xander, while speech casting with Redmage, JR, and Chicanery. This is the greatest thing of all time. We're now appealing to all classes of people right there.
And by the way, it sounded like you were saying three people, like Redmage, JR, and Chicanery.
Chicanery.
Oh my god, he has so many Hydras. Oh, that's disgusting. Oh,
that is a ridiculous amount of Hydras.
Ah, geez, this is going to be bad for the Phoenixes. Although Phoenixes are really good at killing Hydras, but you need a lot more than that to take out DDE's army.
Yeah. Hydras are
it's not going to be pretty.
Oh, he's going to go for Roaches and Hydras. I love that composition from DDE.
Yeah, what a classic right there. I remember seeing Roach and Hydras back in beta. That was so fun. I remember actually. Did you guys play beta?
Yep.
At one point, I don't know if you remember, but Roaches were only one supply, and there used to be this insane Roach rush.
And two armor.
Serious?
2 armor too? Oh,
yeah.
Wow! I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
wow.
they had 2 armor. There were 1 supply.
It was ridiculous.
And
no one could deal with that.
But yeah, they also had 1 less range for attacking. Which is a little more insignificant when you have.
Yeah,
the fact
I mean,
that
when you have
supply.
that many Roaches, it's really hard to pull off early on.
Yeah. I decided to, I guess I should tell you guys instead of just typing it. I've decided to stop the text commentating because I don't want to accidentally hit enter and reveal something to the players.
That is a good call.
Oh, yeah.
I actually did that stupidly in a tournament. Someone had asked me a question on how you counter Colossi, and I texted back, and I thought I hit to reply, and I actually put it in regular chat: Vikings, Marines, Vikings, Marines, and Marauders. And all of a sudden, like, it pops up, and that's exactly the push that's coming in to from one of the players. And I'm like, oh crap. I was like, well.
Fungal the Phoenix is nice. Oh, that was an awesome fungal.
Nice. Why isn't he lifting off an Infestor? Lift the Infestor! You're screwed, the Phoenix says, lift the Infestor.
Oh my gosh.
So much potential power wasted.
DD has so many Infestors now. Oh my god, this is gonna be deadly.
What do we got going here? We got 16 Hydras, we got 2 Mutalisks, 12 Roaches, 7 Infestors, to 6 Phenai, and 14 Stalkers. Oh, and now we have more stuff coming in. This is gonna be insane.
Yeah, we don't have very many Phoenixes left.
You know, if DD gets some good fungals, I mean, that's gonna really hurt the Stalkers and Zealots because they're not really gonna be able to engage. This is gonna be interesting. I really hope Kizu does take out those Infestors over the Phoenixes because he really could.
I want the Phenai to start killing things because I like that word.
Phenai. Walk like the Phenai. Float like the Phenai. There you go. But yeah, no, I'm right there with you. He needs to immobilize those things because the more he takes those out, the less likely he is to suffer the wrath of the fungal growth.
I think DDE could main Zerg. I'm pretty sure
he can main any race he wants. Last season, or maybe the season before, he was playing Terran. Or I'm sorry, he played Terran in the beginning. Then he just played Protoss.
Yeah,
he's like, I'm just gonna play Protoss from now on. I was like, wait, what? And he just played Protoss, and he's #1 in GM League. I'm just like, what the hell?
Yeah, I saw ridiculous. That. I was so confused. I was casting. I was like, wait, DD, did you switch to Protoss? Like, no. I was playing Terran. I saw him GM on Toss, and he's Imba.
Yes, he is just naturally Imba.
Yeah. Seriously, races aren't Imba, people are Imba. And DDE is one of those things that are Imba and needs to be nerfed for the sake of the rest of mankind.
Races don't kill people, DDE kills people. he's the Chuck Norris of StarCraft.
Look at this fungals, oh my god.
Yeah. Look at it.
Nice.
Look at that concave, just pushing that entire army back and just devastating it. I like that, and just not overthrowing the infested Terrans, just throwing down just enough to soak up, and then just moving right in, gonna destroy this Nexus.
Kizu's biggest problem in this engagement was that he didn't have any sentries, so he couldn't force field like half the army, you know? And he had enough Colossus to deal with the Hydra as long as he could force field it. That was kind of disappointing.
GG.
Look at that. 179 to 62. Wow, unbelievable. So that's going to put DDE into the